Now Burrow to throw on second down. There's the first NFL catch for Jamar Chase. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Flush to his right. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 30. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Following the interception, Cousins. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there at 22. Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings. Herb Smith Jr., a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are on the board here first in the season opener.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Mixon with it. A strong running. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. Open man is Uzama. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Mixon with a first down carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gets up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Second and 10.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Kenenuagu now out of his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. He's got Smith here. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Cousins on 1st down. That is caught by Thielen. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Now Cousins on 4th down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook there to make the grab. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
Fights him off. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Here's a give to Mixon. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Burrow will throw.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range.
Cook following the penalty. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. First down. Here's Cousins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 33 yards that time.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week one picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon.
And the Vikings are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. To return it, Darius Phillips.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On third down, Burrow.
Open man is Chase, complete.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. They're going to try and throw.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Joe Mixon,
51 yards. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area, and he just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
Lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Cousins. It's complete to Cook.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To the air again, it's Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you're getting deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level in what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
On one, ready? 11 MT, 11 MT. 11. Check. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
From midfield now, Burrow. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Shakes off the sack. Smith catches left side. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Let's get set. Behind. Ready.
On the run, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. They'll run with Mixon. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 136 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now Burrow on first down. This goes out wide for Mixon. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow, flush to his right. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Keneduagu now out of his end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Throwing is Cousins.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Here's Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19. Cousins again.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Trey Hendrickson. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. After the sack on first down, Cousins. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Cousins now. And this is Cook with a grab. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Cousins here to throw. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen, a 16-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, Phillips. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown.
And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more.
Bengals 17.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one, because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week one, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense. Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. They'll run here with Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Shifts by him, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. This is Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Minnesota, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.